Om Dakshinasya Samarambha Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryanta Smarya Guru Parampara Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaran Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Pariknyanashrama Shri Guru Shankara परिज्ञानाश्रम शंकर सद्गुरु केशव वामन कृष्ण पांडुरंग आनंद परिज्ञान गुरु सद्योजात शंकर सद्गुरु गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। So today we'll be starting with the 44th Stotra, and as I said, I'm going a little faster now because a number of names have already been, number of namas of Lord Vishnu. In these 400 names, we have already covered almost 40%. 400 names, they have already been covered. And there'll be more and more names for the same meaning, or there'll be same meaning for many multiple names. So whenever there is a repetition, I would like to sort of be brief about them. And only those namas which we haven't seen in detail, I'll be going into detail. And I would like to remind you again that a vachartha is given. That means the immediate meaning of the word. And then every word has a lakshartha also. That is an implied meaning, a deeper meaning to every nama. And we are dealing with both of them. And in Shankara Bhashyam here, sometimes one nama is given many, many meanings. And those who are doing a very, very detailed study of Vishnusahasranama, it may be very useful for them. But I'm going to restrict to only one or two meanings because it should not become very heavy. In the sense, we are doing the chanting, and as we are doing the chanting of the name, namas, as we are namas, this chanting, we are doing Parayana, Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, even as we are chanting a particular nama, even if we remember one meaning, be it the vachartha or be it the lakshartha, it doesn't matter. But with that name, a meaning should strike in my mind. And that makes the chanting much more powerful. Knowing the meaning when we chant the Sahasranama, it makes the chanting more powerful. And therefore, I'm trying to restrict myself. There are some areas where Shankar Bhashyam is 3-4 lines long, where many meanings are being given for one nama. But that is not really necessary at this context unless one is going into very deep study of Sahasranama Vichara. For us as Upasakas, if we know one Vachartha and one Lakshartha, that should be more than enough for us. So with this in mind again, with this reminder, we'll go to the 44th verse. And the 44th verse reads, Vaikuntah Purushah Pranaha Pranadah Pranavah Pratuprithuhu Hiranyagarbhah Shatrughnaha Vyapto Vayuradhokshajah. So this is the verse we are taking up. So let's see the namas that come in this particular verse. We are dealing with the 405, 405 name. Vaikuntha. Of course, we know that Vaikuntha is an abode which we have assigned to Lord Vishnu. But then Vaikuntha means that is the name itself given to Lord Vishnu also. What is the meaning of Vaikuntha? Kuntaha means an obstacle. Kuntha means an obstacle or an obstruction. So Vaikuntaha means the one who does not have any obstacles. Being Ishvara, being all pervasive, being the Jagat Karanam Brahma, the Lord Ishvara does not have any kind of an obstacles. That means the Lord can appear, manifest anywhere at any time. In creation, there is no obstacle. In sustenance, there is no obstacle. In resolution, also, there is absolutely no obstacle. Then, another meaning given by Bhagwan Shankaracharya is he could be the cause of obstacles. How can one be the cause of obstacle? How can Ishvara be the cause of obstacle? It is when we don't involve Ishvara in our lives, when we don't involve Lord Vishnu, when we feel we are separate from Ishvara, when my ahankara dominates, and when I don't see Lord Vishnu as the one who is the kartru, the karma, okay, the one we saw previously also, we saw the marga also, he is, okay, the neyaha, he is nayaha, he is. So when we don't see that, and when we see that, when we realize or when we feel that we are independently capable of doing anything, we don't need Ishvara in our lives. There are many people who say that, I don't need God. Doesn't matter, you may not need, but then we have to see the presence of Lord, presence of Ishvara, presence of Vishnu in everything. And if I try to go against the laws of Ishvara, laws of Vishnu, laws of Dharma, and I don't accept Lord Vishnu as the very sustainer of this Jagat, then I come across a lot of obstacles. And therefore, you can say that, when I'm away, not connected with the Lord, when I'm not connected with Ishvara, not connected with Vishnu, he can become an obstacle to me because things won't go the way I want. But if I align myself to Lord Vishnu as Ishvara, then I go with whatever it is and it makes my life easy and without obstacles. So Vaikuntaha here means the one actually for a mumukshu, for a bhakta, he is the one who does not cause any obstacles. And he has no obstacles because he is the Jagat Srishti Sthiti Layakaraka. There are no obstacles. That's why his Vahana also, Garuda, who has no obstacles in time and space, is called Arishta Nemihi. It's called as Arishta Nemihi. Then the next 406, Purushaha, we have already seen it. In the very beginning itself, in the very second session or something like that, we saw Purushaha. What is the meaning of Purushaha? The one who resides in every jiva. Puri Shete iti Purushaha. The one who is available as consciousness in every living being is called as Purushaha. Puri Shete iti Purushaha. Puri Shayanadva Purushaha. It's also says that Purushaha here, Bhagwan Shankaracharya gives another meaning called as the destroyer of Papa. He's also the destroyer of all the negative things. When we surrender to the Lord, he can destroy our negativities, he can destroy the obstacles also. So destroyer of papa also is there. But the normally accepted, meaning is the one who's available as consciousness in every jiva. That is Lord Vishnu. And therefore he is called as Purushaha. Purayati Sarvam iti Purushaha also is there. That which completes everything, that which is all pervading, that consciousness which is everywhere. Purayati Sarvam iti Purushaha. Because we saw that this is Lord Vishnu is the very Purushaha. Okay, in every Hriddesha, in the Jiva's Hriddesha, in every Jiva, Vishnu is available. Therefore, he is called Purushaha. Then comes 407, Pranaha. We have already seen this word very recently. Maybe 4 sessions ago, we have seen this. Pranaha. Pranaha means the one who is available in the form of prana, the life-giving principle. The prana which has fivefold functions in every jiva. Prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. The entire physiological system is called as prana. We also saw recently, just a session ago, he is the very Sutratma Vayu also. So pranaha is the Vyashti pranaha here, that is the life-giving principle. The prana is also Lord Vishnu. This word has come before. So in the form of the consciousness within every jiva, he is the very pranaha. Then 408, Pranadaha. This also we saw very recently. Just Pranaha, Pranadaha came one after another recently also. I think sometime in the 320th name and 321st name also we saw Pranaha, the very life principle. Pranadaha, 408 means the very giver of life. That because of whom prana functions as prana. Pranasya pranaha. Lord Vishnu, as the very kshetrajna, as the very consciousness in every jiva, is pranadaha. That's why one of the Upanishads says, Shrotrasya Shrotram, Manaso Manoyat, Vachoha Vacham Sahu Pranasya Pranaha. Pranasya Pranaha. He is the very prana of prana. Because of Lord Vishnu, prana is functioning in the individual jiva. So he is the pranadaha. Pranadaha. 409. Pranavaha. Pranavaha has two meanings. One is Omkara. Omkara is Ishvara. Ishvara is Omkara. Om is another name for Brahman or Ishvara. So that is Pranavaha. Omkara. So the way we address, before every name we say Om. So though it is a symbol, though it is an auspicious symbol, Omkara, Upasana leads one to Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Naichalyam. Omkara Vichara gives me this Brahmajnanam because Om is nothing but Brahman. In Mandukya Upanishad, Om is described as Brahman. And therefore, Bhagwan Vishnu, Brahma Rupena, Chaitanya Rupena, Atma Rupena, he is nothing but Omkara. Omkara is Vishnu, Lord Vishnu or Ishvara is Omkara. The other one, other name, other meaning that is given by Bhagwan Shankaracharya is the one who is adored or the one who is worshipped by everybody, or the one who do namaskara, the one to whom everybody offers namaskara. Pranauti iti pranamaha. Pranauti. Pranauti iti pranavaha. People who acknowledge, salute, surrender, to whom he is also called as Pranavaha. But you can remember one name. Pranavaha means Omkara, which we have commonly seen. So Om is another name for Lord Vishnu. Then the next 410, Prithuhu. Prithuhu means the one who has manifested as this entire universe, the one who has expanded This name also has not, Prithu has not come, but the same meaning name has come. The one Prabhu we saw earlier, the one who is capable of manifesting himself, expanding himself to be this entire enormous universe. So this is called as, he's called as Prituhu. Prituhu means prapancha rupena vistritatvat. Prituhu, vistritatvat. The one who has spread himself across, manifested himself across, expanded himself across the entire universe as the very universe with millions of names and forms. Therefore, he is called as Prituhu. Then 411. Hiranya Garbhaha. We have already seen this earlier. The 70th name we have already seen. Hiranya Garbhaha. The one who is all knowledge. Hiranya, gold-like, shining, Garbhaha. The one who shines like Hiranya. What shines? Light shines. And what is it that is shining? Knowledge. The one who has, the one who shines like gold. Hiranyam jnanam garbhe yasya. Jnanam hiranyam garbhe yasya saha hiranya garbha. The one who is the very abode of knowledge. What kind of knowledge? All knowledge. To create this universe, what all knowledge does Ishvara require? What all knowledge Lord Vishnu requires to create, maintain, and resolve this universe? So such is the knowledge which is Hiranya Rupaha, which is almost shining. He is the light of consciousness, all knowledge. Therefore, he is called as Hiranya Garbhaha. Then 412. Shatrughnaha. Shatrughnaha means the destroyer of all enemies. Naturally, when I surrender to Lord Ishvara, when I have Chitta Shuddhi, when I've surrendered to Lord Vishnu, to Ishvara, be a Karma Yogi, become an Upasaka, my Ragadvesha are diluted, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, jealousy, Asuya, everything starts resolving, dissolving. And when I surrender to the Lord, Aham Mama becomes less. Ahankara Mamakara becomes very less. When Ahankara Mamakara becomes less, Lord Vishnu fills my heart. And then there is no question of any kind of, enemies in me, internal enemies. So the destroyer of all my internal negativities, the Arishad Vargas in me, Aris in me, which are the obstacles to my spiritual growth. Lord Vishnu surrendering, taking his name, it can destroy my own internal enemies. Number one. External also, in the sense that Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya. Lord Vishnu, what did he do? To protect the dharma, to destroy the asuras who were destroying the dharma. He came back again and again as a protector of dharma. So he is not only a destroyer of our inner enemies, but also the destroyer of those who are enemies, or those who can say are enemies of dharma. Then Vyaptaha 413. Vyaptaha. Vyaptaha means the one who is Sarvagataha, all pervasive. Again, the Swarupa Lakshanam of Lord Vishnu. He is Vyaptaha. Pranaha we said, Pranadaha we said. Okay? And now here, Vyaptaha. The one who is manifesting as the entire universe. We saw the name 410, Prituhu. The one who expands himself as the entire universe. Vyaptaha means all pervasive. The one who is available everywhere, in everything, with inside everything, as the very Adhishtanam. As the very Adhishtanam of everything. Therefore, he is all pervasive. What does it mean? It means he is the Upadana Karanam of this entire universe. Then 414. Vayuhu. Okay. Vayuhu. Then the next verse is Vayu. What is Vayuhu? Vayu, he says, Vati Gandham Karoti iti Vayuhu. He is in the form of air which we breathe in, and that air which brings us all kinds of scents. Okay, the one who is the carrier of all scents, fragrance, not only fragrance, other things also. So the one in the form of Vayu who carries all fragrance and otherwise to us into our nostrils which we breathe in. So he is in the form of Vayuhu. Then 415. Adhokshajaha. Adhokshajaha. Adhokshajaha means one thing, two things, two meanings are given here. That is Achyutaha. By nature, there is no chuti. There is no destruction to this to Ishvara. Why? He is Nityaha. Nityaha Sarvagataha Sthano. Again, the Swarupa Lakshanam of Lord Vishnu, whose nature is not to decline. There is no decline. There is absolutely no degeneration. So he is the one who does not decline. Then Adhokshajaha also means he is available easily to a mumukshu or a bhakta who is turned inwards, whose senses are not always outside, but the one who is turned inwards. That means what? Who is withdrawn from the world outside with sufficient vairagya, shama and dama to a sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari. He is available. He is available for understanding. So these are the two meanings of adhokshajaha. Now let's go to the next verse, next stotra, number 45. ऋतुः सुदर्शनः कालः परमेष्ठी परिग्रहः उग्रः संवत्सरो दक्षो विश्रामो विश्वदक्षिणः. Again, the attributes of and the whatever Lord Vishnu is manifesting as in this entire universe. Rituhu, the one who is available in the form of all seasons. Rituhu. Every season is a manifestation of Lord Vishnu. The cycling of the ritus is also Lord Vishnu, because he is Kalagnya. We saw that. Kalagnya means what? The one who knows Kala. The one who is capable of knowing when the season has to change. Being a Kalagnya, being the Kala himself, he is not only the Ritu, he is also the one capable of, the one who is responsible for the Ritus changing at the right time, manifesting at the right time. Okay, so he's called as the Ritu. That means the time principle. Again, changing a Ritu is a particular time principle. It's a period of time. So he's Kala Rupeda. Kala Rupena, Lord Vishnu is taking care of various Ritus to be appearing in time. So he's Rituhu. 417 says Sudarshanaha. Sudarshanaha. The one who is seen clearly. Sudarshana also is the name of the Sudarshana Chakra which Lord Krishna was holding. But here the meaning given by Shankaracharya is Sukhena drishyate bhaktaihi iti Sudarshana. Sukhena darshate. That means what? One who is easily got or available. By whom? By the bhakta. Why? Because the bhakta is interested in knowing who Vishnu is, what Vishnu is. The bhakta knows that whatever he sees in this whole universe is nothing but manifestation of Lord Vishnu. The bhakta sees Lord Vishnu in everything that he experiences. The bhakta clearly understands that whatever is happening is done by Lord Vishnu. When you see all these things, it is a bhakta or a mumukshu or a jignasu bhakta who is easily able to perceive Lord Vishnu not as a form, but as that behind everything. So he is Sudarshanaha. Sukhena drishyate bhaktaihi. Bhaktaihi drishyate. Abhaktaihi na drishyate. The ones who are not believing, they say, where is this Lord Vishnu? They can't. Whereas a bhakta sees his Ishta Devata in everything. Whatever it is, wherever it is, he sees him everywhere. Then 418. Kalaha. Again, time principle. Here in this verse, there are 2-3 names which are talking about Lord Vishnu as the very time principle, Kalaha, the one whose time itself. Time manifests from Lord Vishnu, and he is the time itself. Space manifests from Lord Vishnu, therefore he is space itself. So Kalaha, in the form of time, he counts everything. Everything is counted. We count, no? Time is meant for what? For counting. Like seasons have come and gone. Today is this day, tomorrow is that day. Yesterday was, Tuesday, today is Wednesday. So it is counting. So Kala Rupena, the one who keeps count of everything, the one who keeps count of time. How can you keep a count of everything? By time. That's how we also keep count of everything, no? When I say my birthday, it's a count of time. How many years I have lived, that's a count of time. At what age somebody passed away, count of time. So the one in the form of the principle of Kala or time, who keeps account on everything, he is called as Kalaha. Kalayati sarvam iti Kalaha. Kalayati ganayati sarvam. That's what Bhagavan Shankaracharya says. Ganayati sarvam, kalayati sarvam, keeps account of everything. Therefore, he is Kalaha. And when you say Kalaha, Deshaha also comes. Time and space are inseparable. Time cannot be alone counted without the space. Therefore, Bhagavan Vishnu as Bhagavan as Brahman is both time and space also. 419. Parameshthi. Parameshthi. Parameshthi means the one who is available in every jiva's heart. That is, Parame Prakrishte Sve Mahimni Hridayakashe Tishtati. Hridayakashe Tishtati. In every one of us, we have seen this before also. The name may not be Parameshti. This is appearing for the first time. But the meaning, the one who is existing as existence consciousness, the one who is always there as existence and consciousness in the heart of every jiva, every living being. Therefore, he is called as Parameshti. Then the next verse comes, next Nama 420. Parigraha. Parigraha. The one who receives everything. He receives all the havis or the oblations given at the time of any fire ritual. He is the receiver. When a bhakta prays, he is the receiver of all the prayers. So, whatever the devotees offer, he is the receiver of everything. So he is called as Parigraha. Whatever is done, whatever is offered, he receives. Therefore, he is Parigraha. Another meaning also is given. Paritaha grihyate iti parigraha. That means he is available everywhere, all pervasive. Paritaha grihya. See how Bhagavan Shankaracharya is using one word in different ways. to give different meanings. Grammatically, he is, representing the same nama in different names. By usage, he is using in different names. Parigraha means the one who accumulates, the one who receives. But here he says, Paritaha Grihyate. That means Lord Vishnu can be invoked anywhere. Wherever you see, whatever you see is Lord Vishnu. So you can connect to Lord Vishnu everywhere. He is all pervasive, available everywhere. So Paritaha Grihyate iti parigraha, or the one who is the receiver of all our prayers, our offerings. He is parigraha. 421. Ugraha. Ugraha. Who's Ugraha? Why Ugraha? It is said that as the very order of the universe, he is feared by the whole universal laws. For example, Bhishasmad Vatah Pavate, we saw that. Vataha or the Vayu is continuously flowing because of the fear of Ishvara. Bhishodeti Suryaha. The Surya is rising at the right moment, setting at the right time. Moon, stars, everything, whatever has to happen, Agnihi and everything. We have seen that, Bhishodeti Suryaha, Bhishasmat Agnihi Indraha, Mrityur Dhavati Panchama iti. We have seen that. So all the functionaries, all the laws of Ishvara are as though afraid of him, and they are doing their work in a clock-like precision. Therefore, as a maintainer of the cosmic laws, Lord Vishnu has to be Ugraha. Okay? Because of this Lord Vishnu, the whole universe is functioning as though with fear of Lord Vishnu. Then 422. Samvatsaraha. Samvatsaraha. Samvatsaraha means a year also. Again, a time principle. 1 year. Samvatsara. But here we have already seen this Samvatsaraha before, where Lord Vishnu was described as the time unit of 1 year. But here, Samvatsaraha means the one in whom all the beings exist. Okay? Then what Lord Krishna says? Matsthani sarva bhutani. In me all the bhutas exist. So it's the same thing here. Samvasanti bhutani asmin. Samvasanti bhutani asmin iti samvatsara. All the beings. Why all the beings? Even the non-beings. The whole universe exists in Lord Vishnu, and therefore he is called as Samvatsaraha. This is one meaning. That we saw earlier in the 91st Nama also is that he is the principle of time. Dakshaha, the one who is absolutely efficient and capable of manifesting as this entire variegated universe. The one who has got the Samarthyam, Prabhu, who is capable of manifesting as this entire universe. So he is Dakshaha. Dakshata means the efficiency, the capability of a person to do whatever he is doing very well. Sukritam, that's why this whole universe is called as Sukritam. Why Sukritam? Beautifully done. There's nothing to find fault with in this universe. The whole universe is very beautifully crafted. So this is Sukritam, this world. And who's the Lord? He is Daksha. He has to be Daksha to do this. Then 424. Vishramaha. We saw the same meaning earlier in the Nama Viramaha. the ultimate abode of respite to the jivas who have suffered in the samsara sagara. In this samsara sagara, those who have suffered, for them, he is the ultimate abode of peace and respite. Therefore, he is called as Vishramaha. He was also called Viramaha. Ultimately, at the end of the creation, at the time of Pralaya, the whole universe, all the millions of living beings ultimately find some kind of a respite for many, many, many years where they are in an unmanifest form before starting the next cycle of life and death again. Okay, so that is, so he's called as Vishramaha. Also, we can say that even when living, constant remembrance of Lord Vishnu, being always, carrying always the Nama of Lord Vishnu within, gives me a sense of tranquility and peace. It gives, we have all seen that. So when we are in a temple, when we are chanting, it gives a sense of peace, happiness, and tranquility. So surrendering to the Lord, spending a few minutes a day in contemplating about the Lord, doing some kind of a japa or namasmaranam, it gives me a kind of a respite. It gives me some kind of a happiness, vishrama. So we did not wait for vishrama to the end of the kalpa. Even every day, my connecting with Lord, with my Ishtadevata, who is none other than Lord Vishnu, and sitting quietly connected with that Lord inwards, gives me that viramaha and vishramaha. Okay. Then the next verse, 425th verse says, Vishwa Dakshinaha. Again, Dakshaha, Vishwa Dakshinaha mean the same. Very, very skillful. Absolutely Dakshaha. Very, very skillful in creating this variegated universe. And not just a random universe, a universe which functions properly. Everything put together beautifully. Everything connected, put together beautifully, including this body mind sense complex. Given, beautifully put together, beautifully constructed, working for so many years well, and the whole universe is working like that. So, it is what? It is that skill or the samarthyam of this Lord. Therefore, he is called as, Lord Vishnu is called as Vishwadakshinaha. Now we come to the 46th verse. Vistarasthavarasthanuhu pramanam bijamavyayam arthonartho mahakosho mahabhogo mahadhanaha. So the first name, Nama in this 426, Vistaraha. Vistaraha. The Adhishtanam, the great, endless Adhishtanam, the limitless consciousness and existence in which the entire Jagat is woven. Okay, Otam Protam. This entire Jagat is woven in this vast, limitless existence and consciousness. So he is the Adhishtanam in which the entire Jagat is woven together. And therefore he is called as Vistara. Vistara. Then 427. Sthavara Sthanuhu. Sthavara Sthanuhu. Even for star, we talked about all this time about jivas, we talked about living beings, but here he says, Sthavara Sthanu. Sthanu means is very firm, he's a support for all the non-moving things also. not only, Jangama, but was Sthavara also. He's the support. Okay, so he's the support, movementless support, motionless support for all the Sthavara things also. Sthavara means what? All these Panchabhutas, Panchabhautika Prapancha, other than the living beings, whatever is there, the Sthavara, even living beings also, there are Sthavara beings like the plants. For all of them, Sthavara Sthanu. The one who is the unshakable, firm support for all the material world, even the non-living or the movementless Thavara Prapancha. 428 it says, Pramanam. It will come again, this name. Prama means knowledge. Prama. Pramanam is the instrument of knowledge. Prameya means the object of knowledge. Pramata means the one who gains knowledge. So in all these words you have what is called as Prama. Prama means knowledge. Knowledge, any knowledge for that matter. Of course here, since we are taking a spiritual text, we can take that as Atmadhyanam also. The one who is present in the form of all knowledge. All knowledge. And he is the instrument of knowledge also. Pramana. Like we say, Pratyaksha Pramana, Paroksha Pramana. So, he's not only the knowledge, but he's also the Pramana or the instrument of knowledge. So, he's the Pratyaksha Rupena, Paroksha Rupena, Anumana Rupena, various kinds of Pramanas we use. He is that Lord, that knowledge which can be attained through various pramanas. So pramana means he is the knowledge and he is also the instrument of knowledge through which everything, through which knowledge can be had or assimilated. Then 429. Bijam avyayam. Avyayam bijam. That means he is the seed from which the universe comes again and again and again. But what kind of a seed? Avyayam. Normally what happens when we sow a seed? The plant comes, but we no longer see the seed. The seed is destroyed. Destroyed in the sense the seed gets converted into the plant. The seed is that seed which became the plant is not seen. But the plant gives out similar seeds again. Isn't it? But here, Bhagwan Vishnu is an immutable, unchanging seed of the entire universe. He is the same seed, okay? Jagat Karanam, Bijam, Avyayam Bijam. It is the same Avyayam Bijam from which the whole universe comes not once, in a cyclical form, again and again and again and again. Therefore, he is the Avyayam Bijam. Avyayam Bijam in the form of the very knowledge itself. That Samagra Jnanam of Lord Vishnu is the Bijam, the cause for every kalpa, every sarga to start, be there for some time in the form of the universe and resolve itself. Then 430. Arthaha. Arthaha means that which is sought after, that which is wanted, that after which we all are. So the ultimate artha, okay, one may be a vidyarthi, one may be a dhanarthi, one may be after name, after fame, artha, whatever, security. So whatever is something sought after, this sought after thing is called arthyate iti artha. And then what does Shankaracharya says? Sukharupatvat sarvaihi arthyate iti artha. Sukhaswarupatvat. Because ultimately Lord Vishnu is Ananda Swarupa. And ultimately what do all of us want? We all want Ananda. Ananda Rupena. We all want Ananda. We all want happiness. So, Arthyate Sukharupatvat Sarvaihi. Rama we saw. Ramyante Yoginaha Asmin iti Ramaha. We saw that just last session. So here, Arthaha means that is Arthyate iti Arthaha. That which is sought after. And that which is sought after by all is what? Sukha. And who is Lord Vishnu? Sukha Swarupa. So Sukha Swarupatvat Sarvaihi Arthyate. Who doesn't want Lord? Ultimately, Lord being the very Purnatva Swarupa, Sukha Swarupa, desired by all people. Then Anarthaha. Okay, Anarthaha, Arthaha, Anarthaha. Okay, so the one, okay, Anarthaha means what? He says, Aptakamatvat na vidyate arthaha prayojanam asya iti anarthaha. The one who doesn't have any need to be fulfilled. Arthaha means I am going after something, I want something. I want to fulfill something, fulfill my desire. But Lord Vishnu's Anarthaha means he is the one who doesn't want to fulfill any desire because his Samagra, everything is Samagra, he is Bhagavan. He has everything in full measure. Samagra, Aishwaryam Samagra, Jnanam Samagra, Vairagyam Samagra, Balam, Yashas, Viryam, everything. So where is the need to fulfill Purnatvam? Lord being the very Purnatva Swarupa, he is called as Aptakamaha. No desires left for Lord Vishnu to fulfill. We have one after another. We have a whole list of desires. When one is over, the other is coming up. Just coming up. But Bhagwan Vishnu being Aptakamaha, he is Anarthaha. No need to fulfill any desire. Does not seek anything. He is the sought after, but he himself does not seek anything. Therefore, he is Anarthaha. So we have to be very careful when we say Anarthaha. Anarthaha also has another meaning also. A disaster. But no, Lord Vishnu here, Anartha means it's not disaster. Our life, our samsara is described as Anartha. Anartha Sankula. It is described by Bhagwan Shankaracharya in all his bhashas as, Janma, Marana, Jara, Anartha, this samsara Anartha. But here Anartha should not be taken like that. Anartha here means the one who does not have to seek anything. He is sought after by everybody, everything. He is not seeking for anything because he is Aptakamaha, the Purnatva Ananta Swarupa Atma Eva. So there is no need for him to depend on anything to fulfill his desires. Then Mahakoshaha. Mahakoshaha. That means what? We all have small treasuries here. But he is the greatest treasury. He is the treasury of all the resources, all the money, all the glory, all the auspiciousness. Therefore, he is the Mahakosha. Kosha means it is like one safe in which everything is, locked up, and like we have safes in our house, Kosha. Treasury. You can say that treasury or, that vault or whatever you call it, So he is Mahakosha. Ultimately, everything is hidden in him. All the glories are his. Nothing belongs to us. Our Godrej cupboard here is one small thing which contains a few things, that's all. But ultimately, the one who's the Mahakoshaha, he's who? He's Lord Vishnu. He's no other than Lord Vishnu. Because, his resources never get exhausted. Our resources are exhaustible. Whereas Lord Vishnu's resources are never exhaustible. Because it is Purnam. It is Anantam. They're always there. They renew themselves. They regenerate themselves. So Lord Vishnu's treasury never gets empty. So is Mahakosha. Another meaning given by Shankaracharya is Lord Vishnu is covered by many coverings. Like in Taittiriya Upanishad, we say, before we come to the Atma, we say, there is an Annamaya Kosha, there is a Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. After, within all these, we find the light of consciousness Atma. And this light of consciousness, Lord Vishnu, is covered by 5 layers. Similarly, in the Jagat also, he is covered by these Mahakoshas. So he's covered, we don't see him. We don't see him as the light of consciousness. We don't see him as that very existence. Why? Because he's as though covered by anatma because of our ignorance, because of our avidya. Anatma being taken as the reality, anatma is as though covering Lord Vishnu, and we are not able to see him. See him means what? Not able to experience. Therefore, he is called as Mahakosha, the one with unexhausting, inexhaustible resources, number one. The one who is not easily available for us to understand because he's covered by layers and layers and layers of avidya or ignorance. Then comes 433, 433. Mahabhogaha. Mahabhogaha means what? The one who is an ocean of Purnatvam. Mahabhogaha. All happiness, all ananda that anybody desires, everything is there in him, in Lord Vishnu. So is Mahabhogaha. Mahan Bhogaha Swarupo Asya. Mahan Bhoga, Purnatva Swarupa, you can say. The fullness itself. Nothing lacking. Absolutely full. Purnatva Ananda Swarupatvat Mahabhogaha. Then 434. Mahadhanaha. Again, Mahakoshaha and Mahadhanaha almost mean the same thing. The one who has a very great wealth, material wealth, no doubt, resources, no doubt, but Bhagwan Shankaracharya here says, what kind of a great wealth is he? The greatest wealth in life is moksha. For a human being, the greatest of dhanam, the greatest of wealth is freedom from samsara or moksha. So Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, mokshakhyam mahat dhanam asya iti mahadhanaha. The one who is a moksha swarupa, Lord Vishnu. And ultimately, if I want small things like money and auspiciousness and prosperity, I may get it. But he is a Mahadhana. He is the one who's the repository, who's the one who's moksha swarupa. That is the greatest wealth anybody can aspire for. Because all the other wealth is perishable. It keeps me in samsara again and again. But the only wealth which releases me from samsara is moksha. And that is the ultimate, the highest dhanam. So he says here, Mahadhanaha means the one who has or who is of the swarupam of the greatest wealth anybody can want. Mokshakyam, moksha swarupa. And what is the greatest wealth? Moksha, nothing else. I may be the adhipati of the entire, like, Yamadharma Raja tried to entice Nachiketa. He said, I'll make you the Chakravarti of this world. You will get everything. You will live for 1,000 years. Not only you, your children and your grandchildren will live for 1,000 years. You will have enough of resources and your sense organs will not be able to even enjoy them. That much I will give you and I'll make your sense organs capable of enjoying them. But what did Nachiketa say? No. Ultimately, all these are perishable, what you are giving me. It's not going to be forever. What I want is that Atman, he asked for. And that is what you can give me. That is the greatest wealth. That is what I want, and that is what you can give me. Therefore, Mahadhanaha. He is Mahadhanaha. The one who is Moksha Swarupa Dhanam. Swarupam Yasya. That Moksha Rupa Dhanam is whose Swarupa, he is Lord. So he is Lord Vishnu. Let's go to the 47th stotra. Anirvinnasthavishto bhut dharmayupo mahamakha nakshatra nemir nakshatri kshamah kshama samihanaha. Because we won't be able to finish this particular verse, but we'll take a few words. Anirvinnaha, 435. Anirvinnaha, the one who is never tired of doing anything. See, Lord Vishnu, as Brahman, as Ishvara, is creating the universe, sustaining it, resolving it, minute after minute. Can he get tired? See, our lives, we are leading one small family with the house. We get so tired at the end of the day, looking after everything. But here, Lord is Dakshaha, all-powerful, Veeraha, Shuraha. Therefore, he is Anirvinnaha. That means what? He is not dejected, fed up, or tired of doing whatever work in the form of Jagat Srishti Sthiti Laya that he is doing. So we'll stop with this. Nandantu sadhaka sarve vinashyantu vidushakaha avastha shambhavi mestu prasannostu gurus sada sarve bhavantu sukhinaha sarve santu niramayaha sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkham apnuyat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Tat Sat.